Hey guys, it's your girl Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. We're just chatting and doing our nails today. I have some really beautiful pastel shades here from a Korean gel polish brand called Tiny Gel, and I'm really looking forward to using these today. We're going to make a really cute pastel Valentine's Day set, which is right in my alley, and we're going to be chatting about some life updates. I have a few influencer-y kind of things and maybe some commentary that I want to throw in there. And then I'm also looking for a little bit of help from you guys on some things that I'm thinking about. So if you want to stick around and make a really cute pastel Valentine set and just chat and hang out, then stick around. We're getting into it. All right, so before we get into the things I want to chat about, I just want to go over some things with you about these polishes here. These are from a brand, like I said, called Tiny Gel. They are a Korean gel polish brand. I got these from a website called Zillabu, which I had to look up how to pronounce that because I've seen a lot of different ways to pronounce it. But my understanding is it's supposed to be a combination of Godzilla and beauty, so that's why it's Zillabu. So in any case, they have tons of amazing Korean and I think a few Japanese gel polish brands on there. And I'm telling you, man, once I discovered them, it felt like I was a kid in a candy store. You guys, Korean gel polishes are amazing quality so far just from what I have played with, but the packaging, freaking next level. It's just unbelievable. I mean, you can probably just see some of it just by looking at these polish bottles. They're truly incredible. But yeah, so I had done a Zillabu haul, which I did a little bit of a haul on my Instagram. I want to say this was what, maybe a month, 6 weeks ago, but I had intended on doing a video here, like a full-length video haul, and I didn't end up doing that, which I may get into why I decided not to do that later. But hi, anyway, I did want to at least tell you a little bit about these polishes in case you're curious as to how Korean gel polish brands differ from American brands. So the formula is a little bit different. I wouldn't say it's like super drastically different, but you can probably see just by looking at it here, it has a little bit of a drag to it. It's not like, you know, when you pick up some gel polish on an American brand gel polish brush and you just kind of like hold it up and it'll just kind of drop off. Well, this kind of does like a slow drizzle kind of thing. They're often referred to syrup gels or syrup-like gels because they kind of have that syrup drag to it, which you think might not be a good thing, but it ends up being amazing. So I'll get into that a little bit more as we do the application. But yeah, these are just a few of the ones that I picked up from my little Zillabu haul. So really excited to play with these today. And I have played a little bit with these Korean gel polishes I purchased already. You may have seen one of my shorts recently on one of them as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a little pastel set with some black gel paint, which I'm going to use for hearts and dots. I found this cute little set on Instagram. I will definitely link the nail artist for you. This is not my design, but when I saw it, I was like, I totally need to recreate this because this is totally my kind of Valentine's mani. Honestly, I feel like I could do a pastel gradient any time of year for any reason. I just really love pastels. So first I'm going to go in with some gel base. This is from another Korean gel polish brand called From the Nail, or F Gel for short. So I did pick up several of the F Gel polishes as well, and I've been loving them too. But yeah, I'm just going to use this just because I'm kind of like using other Korean polishes in this video, so I figured why not. I do end up using a matte top coat from an American gel polish brand to finish it, but just from my initial perspective, I don't see that much difference between the Korean base gels and American brand base gels, but I'm still pretty new to these, so I'm not pretending to be an expert by any means, but just from my initial observations of using these base gels and top gels, I don't find them to be that much different. So really quickly before we get into the chatting, I did want to mention that So Neat by Jamie is going to be closing her Etsy shop. It just kind of ran its course, guys, which is totally fine, but she is discounting everything, and once it's gone, it's gone. So I will have the shop link down below if you want to go grab anything before we close up shop. And thank you so much to those of you guys who did purchase from her while we were open. It was really amazing. I really love you guys to pieces for the support. So I'm going to get into some chatty things here, but I won't really be talking too much about the polishes. I think you'll just be able to see a lot from the observations, but I'll throw in a few things here or there as we go because there definitely are some more things that I want to tell you detail-wise about these polishes. So I've really been having a good time with them and really happy I got that little haul. Well, maybe not so little haul from Zillabu. Anyway, I'll probably have a few more things to throw in about these Korean gel polishes, just some observations I've made so far with the ones I've used as we go, but I'm going to go ahead and get into some of the chatty stuff. So I guess I'm going to start with the influencery stuff because what I want to talk about, I wouldn't say it's necessarily negative. I don't know, maybe it is. It's kind of ranty at times, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because I don't want to be that kind of person. Like I want us to get on here and have fun. I don't really want to focus on negative things, but I guess I had a few things that came up that kind of just really threw me off my game when it came to YouTube. And that was that week that I didn't end up having a video. I was going to have a video Friday and didn't end up having one because I kind of just, I don't know, I guess I got a little mentally off track when it came to YouTube there for a minute. So maybe I'll just say what I'm trying to say. So I had filmed a couple of videos that I thought would get me some views. And to be honest, I wasn't really super excited about them. I was just kind of doing them more because I thought they would be helpful for my channel. And maybe I should back up a little bit and tell you a little bit about how I am in real life. And you've probably made some of these observations just by listening to me chat on some of these videos, but I'm not somebody who's really good at hiding my emotions. And well, let me rephrase that. I feel like people know my emotions based on how my face looks and how my voice sounds. What I mean by that is I'm not somebody who's like super overly emotional all the time, like just going around and vomiting my emotions everywhere, you know what I mean? But I've also always just been somebody who just can't really hide them when it comes to the looks on my face or the sound of my voice, in spite of my best efforts. I don't really let my emotions affect, like, say, my work or like my friendships, but my family especially knows instantly what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling anytime I talk to them. And no matter if I try to hide it or like disguise it, they always know because I'm just very transparent about that. Even though I wish I weren't, it's always obvious exactly what I'm thinking and feeling by the look on my face and by the sound of my voice. Which I hope you guys know when I do these videos how genuine I am about my excitement for things, because I couldn't fake that if I wanted to. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When I get excited about nail products, it's genuine because I'm really excited and I just want to share that with you guys, you know? The flip side of that is when I'm not that into something, you can also hear that in my voice too. And so I had filmed these videos planning to use them as like videos that I thought would be helpful for growth, and I just wasn't that excited about them. And so because of that, I couldn't get excited enough to do the voiceovers. And when I started to do some of it, I just hated the way it sounded. I just felt like, wow, I really feel like I'm doing this for work and not that I'm really enjoying it. And that's what those videos kind of felt like. Like it felt like a chore. So I've been talking and listening a lot in the nail creator community about, you know, monetization and really just kind of, you know, making, you know, how to grow your channel and just making the most of your platform. And a lot of these creators are either creators that already are making a full-time living off of that, or they're trying to get to that point. And again, a lot of them are either stay-at-home moms or they choose not to work and this is kind of their job. And I think that is amazing. I have no negative feelings about that whatsoever. If anything, I think that's a fantastic way to make a living if you can make it work. So that was never my goal from the outset. I really just wanted to kind of help people if I could. It's not that I wouldn't think that would be a great way to make a living. It's just that there's no realistic way that I could make the same kind of living that I make at my full-time job that I would make on social media. It's just, and I'm not trying to be negative. That's just facts. Like I would have to make it really, really big in order to make that same kind of income. And to be honest, I really didn't want to do that anyway because I really do enjoy my full-time work. I really love it. And I wouldn't want to give that up for this. And that's not because I don't love this too. It's just, it's really just more my hobby. It's my side gig. You know, it's the things that make me happy outside of work. I feel like I'm kind of stepping on eggshells around this topic because I really don't want to insult anybody. Please know that everything I'm saying has to do with me only and nobody else. I'm not making any judgments on any other creators or aspiring creators. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel in my individual situation. So forgive me if I speak a little bit more plainly from this point forward, but just know that I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or make it sound like I feel like my way is the right way, because I don't at all. Not at all. I think everybody should do whatever makes them happy, whether that is being a full-time content creator or just doing this for fun on the side. Anyway, What I'm trying to say is those videos never made it to the cutting floor. They never got posted. They probably never will, because I just felt like I wasted my time on that. I got lost in thinking that I needed to do things to grow, and I've really been focusing on growing my channel. And I finally had to stop and ask myself, why, Carrie? Why are you doing that? What was the reason that you started this channel? It was to help people. Doesn't matter if you're helping 2,000 people or you're helping 20,000 people, 100,000 people, which is never going to happen, let's be realistic. Again, that was never the goal. So I don't know how I got a little bit lost along the way, because it really doesn't matter. If I just help one person with one video, I am so happy. That's all I really want to do, because I know a lot of us are doing our nails at home because we love doing our own nails, or because it's cheaper for us to do our own nails at home, or because we don't have time to make it to the salon every week or 2 or 3 weeks, whatever the case may be. So that was really all I set out to do, was to try to help you guys, learn new things that you can do with your nails at home. And I'm not claiming to be an expert. Words, Carrie. I'm not claiming to be an expert, but I know some things, and I just want to share what I know. That way that maybe it'll help somebody, So, in long story short, do I feel like all the advice that full-time content creators give, or aspiring full-time content creators give, is valid? 100%. It's absolutely true, and I totally support them in their quest. It's just that I have a different journey, and that's okay. And that's not to say that I'm not starting to give rates to companies that are wanting me to produce content for them. I am, to some extent. I will never charge the 3 small businesses I rep for. That's just never going to change. And there's a lot of reasons for that, which I won't get into. But any other brands that are approaching me that want me to create content for their products, I'm not doing that for free anymore, because that is my time and effort. And I totally agree that content creators should be paid for that kind of stuff, and free product is not payment. It's not. But having said that, I am not here to try to make money or to try to grow my channel in order to make this full-time income. And I just got lost there a little bit, and that's all. I just kind of needed to reset my mind and remind myself of why I started out doing this. And I hope that I'm doing that, guys. I hope that I'm accomplishing what I set out to do, which is to help you guys learn just different techniques and different ways to do your nails at home. So here's another fun fact about me, in case you hadn't already observed it. I am a serious overthinker. So when I do these voiceovers and sometimes get serious like this, I'm like, am I going to regret this? Like, should I not be saying these things? Am I going to rub somebody the wrong way, or say something that's going to offend somebody? But you know what, guys, I've always just really, if you knew me in real life, you'd know that I'm just somebody who just says exactly what they think. And I try to be very careful about not hurting anybody's feelings, but I also have to just say what I think. So anyway, I'm going to briefly touch on why I didn't do the Zilla View haul, and then I'm going to get on to happier things, because I really don't want too much negative, or at least semi-negative energy here. So I just want to say that when I did that haul, did I spend a lot of money on these Korean gel polishes? Yes. And honestly, the individual polishes are about anywhere from I don't know, $14 to $22, which really is not that far off of a lot of American premium gel polish brands. Some of the bottles on there are cheaper than the ones on Daily Charm, and you know how much I love the Daily Charm polishes. But, did I spend a lot? Oh, absolutely, because I couldn't just get a couple. I had to get a whole bunch of different things to try, because like I said, it was very much like a kid in a candy store kind of thing. One of the things I've always loved to do is try new things. I really love trying new things. So I like to try new products, new styles of products, new brands of products. I like to experiment. Right now I'm taking a couple of classes from some nail technicians on Instagram. So I took a vintage rose class, which I loved, and it was $30. It was such a steal. I'm going to link her Instagram platform down below, because I think you can still get in on that class, and it's $30, and she teaches you how to do these really beautiful vintage roses, which I need to practice more on. But I also just took a crystal workshop, which was really cool, how to design crystal looks on nails, because that's what I love. That's fun to me, is trying new things and experimenting with new techniques and stuff like that. So all these new items, all these new brands, all these new classes, do they cost money? You darn betcha they do. Do I spend sometimes a lot of money on them? Yes, I do. But that's my choice. And I want to kind of touch on the whole influencer as encouraging consumerism thing, because that's not my goal here. I'm never trying to tell you guys you need something. In fact, you'll notice that I very rarely ever use the word need on my channel. And the few times I do, it's usually pretty tongue-in-cheek because I don't think any of us need any of this stuff. We just don't. We may want it, but we don't need it. So I choose to spend a lot of my disposable income on nail products because that's what I want to do. I don't expect you guys to do the same thing. I know a lot of you guys can't, and I know a lot of you guys that even can don't want to. And that's totally fine. I absolutely respect that. And in honesty, like I totally agree with it because I end up with too many nail products. I know I don't need all these things, but I'm not buying them just because I want to be like, ooh, look what I got. I'm buying them because I want to try them. It just looks fun to me and I'm curious. So interestingly enough, in the last couple months, I've gotten a few comments that just hit different. I don't think the people who are making the comments were trying to be hurtful or insulting in any way, but I don't know. It just, the intent, that's just kind of how it hit me. So it kind of came off as like a little bit of shaming for me making new nail purchases. And it's funny because right around that time, I have another person who sends me messages, sends me DMs on Instagram, and I'm not sure if she's watching this, but she knows who she is. And after I had done a haul and I kind of apologized for the amount of money I spent on the haul, she kind of was like, don't apologize. That's your money and it's not expensive if that's what you want to spend your money on. And it kind of just was like the thing that I needed to hear at the time because I was kind of in this mode in my head where like the comments that had been made kind of like got stuck rolling around in my head. And I started feeling a little guilty for sharing my haul, and she definitely kind of snapped me out of it. I do work really hard for my money, and could I spend it on other things? Sure. A lot of people like to spend their money on expensive shoes. A lot of people like to spend their money on expensive purses. A lot of people like to spend their money on expensive collectibles. This is just what I like to spend mine on, and why anybody would care what I spend my money on, I don't know. But if the concern is that I'm trying to convince people to buy things that they don't need, that's actually the opposite of what I'm trying to do. Pause for reaction because look how pigmented these polishes are, especially for pastels, right? But in any case, what I'm doing is just showing you what's out there, showing you the options in hopes that maybe you'll see one thing you want. No, you don't need to buy the whole collection like I do. That's what I want to do. But maybe you just really like one particular color or you really like one particular glitter. Then that's great. Then I've showed that to you and you can make that call, because sometimes we guys know that these swatches online and online shopping, when you get the products in real life, they're often very different. So I'm giving you the opportunity to see them, me use them in person, even though it's on a camera, but you know what I mean, to kind of see them in action and see if you really want them. And then sometimes you don't, and that's great, because then now you've seen that and you've saved yourself some money. Or sometimes you know exactly what you're looking for and you just haven't found it yet, and maybe in one of my videos you see it. So that's all I'm trying to do. I really don't believe in consumerism or trying to buy everything or keep up with the Joneses. Forget all that. I'm just trying to help. Just trying to help. All right, I'm done with this conversation. I hope it didn't come off negative, guys. I just had some things that were kind of on my mind that I just kind of want to get off my chest, because I definitely don't want other people maybe thinking that way and me not address it. So I just kind of felt the need to take a moment to say a few things about that. So now that I've done that, let's move on. I just wanted to tell you guys really quickly that the new job is going pretty well. I'm facing a few frustrations because I came in as a supervisor to a new department, not really understanding the people that are working underneath me, like what they're doing. So I'm kind of learning in a backwards way, but my team has been amazing to work with and I'm really happy so far. It's just the frustration is just myself, like not immediately understanding everything, but that's always been me. Like I always feel like I have to understand everything right away, and my team members have been very, very patient, and it's going really well. I feel like I'm adjusting pretty well to the hybrid lifestyle, so that's going well too. So yeah, those of you who've been asking, the job's going pretty well. Chase is growing like an absolute weed, you guys. He has just really fit in so naturally to this family. He was definitely the missing piece, I think, for all of us, even Charlie. And it's just crazy to me because when we got him, he was such a frail little thing, just small and kind of recovering from his illness. And now he's just like my little spark plug, and I just adore him. He's just really naturally just came right into our pack, and we just love him to pieces. I'm gonna throw up a few like videos of when we first got him compared to now. He's just, I used to be able to pick him up with one hand and just kind of, you know, do what I need to do. And now, like, I can barely get him with both hands. Like, I really have to concentrate because he's just growing so fast. But he and Charlie are getting along so well. The only time Charlie ever kind of nips at him is when it's feeding time and Chase tries to get Charlie's food, which is normal dog behavior, you know, protecting their food. And also when my husband or I or one of us gets home from work or being out or whatever and they want all the love, it's like they want to steal the love from each other. Like Charlie wants all the love or Chase wants all the love, so they kind of growl at each other and bark at each other. But it's very playful. It's never really aggressive, but they just clearly like they want to hog all the lovin's, you know. So yeah, what I'm saying is personal life is good. Other than a little hiccup I had trying to get myself back on track with YouTube, everything at home and work is going really well, and I'm feeling very blessed these days. Although my husband has to go to Georgia next week for work, so he'll be gone for I think 2 weeks. So that'll be weird because I've gotten used to not having him work away from the home, but it'll be all right. It's just for a couple weeks. So what I'm looking for a little input on is I told you guys I really wanted to mix things up this year and I meant it. So I'm kind of already started, you know, putting out some videos with some existing products that I have. You're still going to see some new releases from my 3 ambassadorships. So you'll definitely still be seeing new product releases. But again, I'm kind of really cutting down on the purchases since I made that massive, huge Zillipede haul. I've really been cutting down on this purchase and just trying to enjoy what I have. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to buy some new things because I know me and I know I will, but I'm just trying to cut back. Though one of the things I also did grab was when Apres made their update to their tips, I ended up grabbing 1 box of the medium coffins, and I also got a box of the almonds just to kind of see how they were. So I need to know from you guys if you want to see an update video on that, like just really the differences and if it's worth getting the new ones and my thoughts and stuff, or if you'd rather just like do a chatty one and I'll just give you updates as I go. So do you want to see a dedicated video on the new Apres style tips, or is this something you don't really care about? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Apres kind of revamped their whole gel tip system and changed a lot of the things that I in particular was complaining about the first time I tried them, because you guys know I'm not a big fan of them. But they did a lot of redesigning and supposedly these tips are supposed to be a lot better now. So let me know what you think if you want to see an actual comparison video, because I still have the old version and now I have the new version of the tips to do it like a direct comparison. But if you don't want to see that, that's totally fine. I just need you guys to let me know. The other thing is I've kind of been experimenting a little bit with how I want to do tips this year, because obviously I'm doing shorter lengths, but I'm kind of playing around right now with press-on tips and just like nail stickers and to apply them, because my daughter is occasionally wanting to wear some nails like for special occasions. So I bought some stuff to make press-ons for her, but I'm kind of considering doing them for me too, but I have very mixed feelings about it. So I don't know. One of the things I don't want to do is this is not going to become like a press-on channel. And the reason for that is I know a lot of you guys are here because you're doing your own nails. You're not doing nails on a stand and then applying them. So I definitely don't want to get away from that, because kind of that's what brought us all here, you know what I mean? But I might occasionally do some press-on sets like in a short or something, like maybe the ones I'm making for my daughter. So anyway, that might be something that I might want to include. So let me know how your feelings about the press-ons. One of the other things, I'm going in with my matte gel top coat now, and I forgot to tell you guys, these Korean gel polishes, the polish themselves, the color polishes actually dry, no wipe. It's amazing. Just really enjoying these. But anyway, the other thing that I was thinking about was trying to do peel base underneath my tips. That way I can kind of do some nail strengthening stuff to my natural nails underneath and see how I can grow them out. So I would do like peel base underneath my tips so that I could pop the tips off, and then maybe once or twice a week remove my rubber base that I've been putting underneath and just kind of do some nail treatments. So I don't really know how all that's going to take shape, but are you guys interested at all in that? I really feel like that might be something, if I can get it to work. Like, I don't want it to be popping off the same day, but if I can get them to last like a day or 2 or 3 days with peel base underneath my tips, that might be fun, because then I can mix it up with some of the longer shapes that I don't feel comfortable wearing daily right now. But like if I feel like a look really calls for like a medium stiletto or a long stiletto, or you know, some different shaped nails than what I have on, that would be really fun if I could just pop those off and then apply some other ones. So I don't know if anybody's tried peel base underneath their tips. I would love to hear your experiences because I have never tried it and I want to try it. But at the same time, like I really don't want to do a set and then have them pop off at the end of the day. So I don't know how that's going to work, but I think I will experiment with that at some point and kind of see how that goes. See if I can get it to work for at least a couple of days wearing peel base underneath my tips and then pop them off. So I don't know, things I'm thinking about. So yeah, if you would in the comments down below, just let me know your thoughts on all that as far as like press-ons, using peel base underneath tips and things like that. Are you guys interested in any of that, or would you prefer to just stick to what we're doing? Because that is all fine too, because I'm really happy with all of it. I am trying to work on just, you know, strengthening and improving the strength and structure of my natural nails this year. Not that they're in horrible shape, but I do have a few things that I would like to kind of address with my natural nails. So I like the option of being able to kind of, you know, pop my nails off and remove my rubber base and work on that. But let me know what you guys think about all that, okay? Wow, you guys, I'm looking at the video timer for this one. And I did what I usually do in chatty videos. I just rant and kind of get off track and ramble for 30 minutes on end. I'm sorry if you don't like that. I really am, because I don't like to do this very often, but I just had a lot of things I wanted to get off my chest and now I've done it. So if you don't like chatty videos, don't worry, we don't do them very often here, but I feel a little bit better now that I got all this off my chest. So we're going to use some cuticle oil now. So I'm using Scales of a Mermaid Love Letters. This is going to be launching, I believe, on the 12th. I'll make sure to put the details down on the screen there for you below, but this is one of their new releases for February, and I just really love the light floral scent of this. It's really, really nice, and there's some other tones in there as well. But you guys, remember, as always, you can use code Carrie10 to get 10% off of your purchase at Scales, and I really am loving the Love Month releases. I am so pleased with how this set turned out. I just really love it. And I feel like I did pretty true to the inspo photo. So I'll put the photo back up again. You tell me what you guys think, but I feel like we got there and I really, really love these. This is definitely my kind of Manny, especially for Valentine's Day. I like to keep things a little bit more muted and soft. And I just think this is really so pretty and so fun. Polka dots are always classy and they're always in style to me. So let me know what you guys think of this Manny, and let me know what you think so far just seeing the Korean polishes in action. Do you think they look pretty good? Because I feel like they're amazing so far, and I'm really looking forward to using some more of the ones I got in my haul. Again, guys, my apologies for the length of this video, this 30-minute diatribe on various topics where I rambled incessantly. That's a lot of big words. I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it. I hope you guys got some enjoyment out of this video. If you did, it would help me out so much if you would give me a thumbs up down below. And while you're there, if you've not subscribed already, I hope you will consider doing so before you go. And don't worry, not all of my videos are like this, I promise. And don't forget that notification bell if you want to get updates about my upcoming posts and videos coming soon. As always, guys, I thank you so much for taking time your day to spend it with me. I appreciate you so much. Even when I'm cuckoo, you guys are here and show me so much love, and I love you to pieces for it. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.